Hi everyone, how are you? So in this video, I'm going to be finishing my swatching of the Brutfuner Square 120 sets. But before I start up again, I just wanted to share with you a quick little story this morning because I was looking at the Brutfuner Squares are supposed to be the same as the uh, Brutfuner 520 set, the flower box edition, not the other one. The other one's not supposed to be as good. But many colorists have said this is a great set. But I didn't get it at the time because I thought it was $200 on Amazon. And I thought, that's too much. I'm not spending $200 on cheap pencils. The whole point of cheap pencils is a cheap price. So I didn't buy it and it's no longer on Amazon. But I was just curious to see if they were out there, if they were still being sold. And I found them here on Alibaba for $68. And I was like, whoa, 60, because these pencils, the Brutfuners are about 23 cents a pencil. And for the 120 that I have, this would have been cheaper than that. I mean, this would have been if $68 for 520 Brutfuner. And these pencils are supposed to be the same as the Brutfuner Square, like very creamy, very smooth. And I thought, well, at that price for 520 pencils for $68, but that's a really good deal. And I almost bought it. Came very close to it. It was 68 plus it was $40 for shipping. And I thought, yeah, well, okay, $100. That's still an excellent deal. Because I calculated it out. And if I had bought, like, say, if I bought for the same price as the Brutfuner Squares, if you multiplied that to 520, it was like 120 for the 23 cents a pencil. So it was still cheaper than these pencils, which are already cheap. So I thought, what, I'm just going to get it. This is a great deal. But then what happened is as I was filling it out, they put your name, your address, and then they pop up a window for your credit card. And I'm entering the credit card and I noticed in the window behind it was blurry, but you could still see the number changed of the total. So it switched. When I was in the middle, I was just about to click, confirm to purchase it when I noticed that the $100 total changed to 200. And I just happened to catch it. I was like, whoa, cancel, cancel, cancel. And it turned out there was, I guess, the tariffs or whatever, the expense to ship it. They raised the shipping from 40 to 60 without warning me. And then they added an additional $60 excise tax or whatever they called it. They didn't call it tariff, but they called it something, export tax or something. Well, anyways, they just like doubled the price right after I had already said, okay, I'll buy it at 100. And they went and so it was very sneaky there. It was very, wow. I've never shopped there before, Alibaba. I don't think I'll be very careful if I buy anything on there because if I hadn't just noticed the blurry screen behind the window pop up for, entering the purchase for the credit card, I could have missed it, and I would have clicked, confirm the credit card number, and then it would have opened it up, and I would have been like, what did I just purchase? So it was very close. It was a close call, so I did not end up getting them because I'm definitely not paying over $100 for shipping and taxes. That's insane. So, oh well, I'm happy with my Brufner squares. But it was just such a good deal at $68. That's like phenomenal. That's like, I don't know, 20 cents a pencil is like, and these are good pencils. So it would have been worth it at that price, but not at the 200 range. So I'm still not getting them. So there you have. I'm happy with my Brufner squares. So it's okay. But yeah, it was a lesson to me. Be very wary when you're buying on some of these websites. So anyhow, so back to I finished up to um, up to the 50s here, 57. Now I had skipped number 12 because I couldn't find the confetti 12, but I did find it last night. I organized my pencils better today, so I won't be searching around so much. This is the confetti. It's a pink color here, so I'm going to put that one in right now. It's sort of a medium pink. So I'm going to fill this in right now, number 12. A very pretty sort of subdued, that's the word, kind of pink. It's not bright. It's pretty. I don't know what color this would be similar to. Let me look. Where's my, okay, I got my Prismacolor swatches here. What color is this most similar to? I have a bubblegum kind of a pink. I don't think Prisma doesn't have bubblegum, but darker than a blush pink. Mm. And this is the Prismacolor pink. So it's darker than the Prismacolor pink. I don't know if I'm seeing the similar pink to this. Okay, wait a minute. Maybe over here. What's this? Hot pink. It's very close to the hot pink. Yeah, so the confetti is very similar to the hot pink color. Little bit darker, slightly. That's probably the closest color I would say. Very nice. All these pencils are very nice. So there you have it. That's number 12. So everything else is filled out. That's white. Oh, 51. I found 51 as well, I believe. 59, 57. Okay, this one. All right, so this one that there's a typo on the label in this pencil. There's a mistake made, so there's no number on it. I finally figured out that it's 51. So this is Coral Sands. I'm going to fill that one in. So it is a coral color, which is nice that the name matches the color. Some of these names are very funny, but unfortunately, you don't have no idea what color it actually represents. But this is a coral color. It's very pretty. I love coral color. Very nice. Sort of a mix between pink and orange. Very pretty. Yeah, so that is 51. All right, so now moving up to 57 ash. So ash is this sort of very pretty light green color. I was surprised. I thought the ash would be a grayish green, but instead it's a very light, pretty, kind of a pastel green color. It's a light green for sure on the cool side, like a mint green. They called it ash green. I think it should have been mint green, really. That's what it looks like to me. There we go. That's 57. Okay. Now we're up to 59. This is interesting. 59, they called it earth tone, but here you look at it, it's a gold foil pencil, and it looks like gold. This is a gold metallic pencil, but they called it earth tone. It surprised me. It made it, the gold metallic is looks like a brownish color, but I think we all know our gold and silver pencils by now. What's the colorists know that this is a gold pencil. So yeah, let me see what I put the swatch out just to confirm it here on their sheets. Because again, this is number 59. And yeah, they called it earth tone. So I think whoever came up with the names doesn't really isn't really a colorist is my assumption there. So that's 59 anyways. Okay, so now we're up to the 60s. I did separate my pencils by 60s, 70s, and 80s. So okay, here are the 60s. I came prepared today. So now we're looking, so I shouldn't have to search too long and find the 60. Here we go. These are mostly gray colors. So this is called Cloud Bursts, which is a good color for gray. That fits. The name fits anyways, the color in this case. Unlike the previous one called Earth Tone, which is gold. Okay. That's number 60. All right. And then 61, Carmine Rose. So here we go. Got a rose color. Matches again the name. That's very good. Another nice pink color. A little darker than the confetti pink. This one's a bit darker. It's very nice to have a darker pink to go with that. You want to have three colors to make a good gradient. This fits perfectly with the confetti color. A nice darker tone. Very pretty. Okay. Now, number 62 is called Vintage Khaki. Vintage Khaki. That's going to be, I think, a gray color here. Yeah. So they called it Vintage Khaki, but it's basically a gray. Looks like a cool gray, medium cool gray, I'd say. Now, what I think of with khaki, I usually think of a light brown, tannish color, or a slight greenish, tannish color. Think of khaki pants. But this is definitely gray. Very nice gray. Not complaining about it. I guess anything gets vintage, it gets old and gray, right? Oh, there we go. So next color is called Crushed Grape. Crushed Grape 63. And here we have a bluish, a dark blue looking pencil. Oh, no, it's dark purple. It works. Okay, it matches. Crushed grape, excuse me. So this looks like a more pastel looking grape, grayed down grape compared to the deep lavender. Definitely more subdued gray, purple, subdued purple color. Muted, that's the word I'm thinking of. Muted purple or violet. Muted violet is what I would call that. Yes, very nice. Very pretty. Okay, next one is Hay, Hay. Like, hey, what color is this? So that's 64, and I'll tell you, it looks like a light gray. We'll see. This might be the cat. This looks now this looks like khaki to me. This is called Hay. I guess it could be hay too. It's like a what's the color in Prismacolor that this reminds me of? It's on the tip of my tongue. You know that color that looks like a skin color, but it's not quite, like putty or something. 64. Okay. Let me see. I don't know. I did with the. Oh, here it is. I dropped it. I just want to double check I got this right. Yeah, it's hay. It's hay. It looks like that putty beige kind of color from Prisma. The name of that color again. Let's look real quick, see if I can find it real quick. It's always with the browns, not nougat. What's the name of that color again? It's on bugging me now. Let's look it up. It looks like this one. Well, it's like seashell pink. Kind of like seashell pink. It's very close to that, I think. Yeah. I was thinking of that other color. It sort of looks like a skin tone, but it's not considered a skin tone. Well, some people may use it as a skin tone, usually with the brown. Oh, this one I'm thinking of. Ginger roots. It kind of looks like ginger root. A little pinker. See that? Ginger root. It kind of reminds me of. I think that's the one I was thinking of. Or this one. Putty beige. It is putty beige. I was thinking putty is the name. Putty beige. Yeah, it reminds me. It's a little bit warmer than putty beige, though. I like a seashell pink. So this is like a seashell pink, this hay. That's very nice to have a seashell pink color. Use that a lot in portraits. A lot of people. All right, the next color is called Sphinx. That's the name of the color, Sphinx. Number 70. Uh-oh. 65. Okay, one number. 65, Sphinx. So what color is that going to be? Looks like a gray to me, a 65. So Sphinx is gray. A light gray. I think it looks on the warmer side. Or like a French gray kind of gray. Okay. That I would never have guessed for Sphinx, but there you have it. All right, next one is Canary Yellow. 66 Canary Yellow. And this one looks like a light green, like a lime green. It's a very yellowy green, like chartreuse. So canary yellow looks like chartreuse for sure. Okay, the next one is called Ginger Snap 67, and we've got another warm gray. This is more of a taupe or a taupe, however you say it. More of a reddish kind of gray, very natural. Very pretty gray. It's called Ginger Snap. Definitely not the color I would think of that name, but there you go. All right, 68 is called Metallic Silver. And we do have the silver pencil here, which is interesting because the gold pencil they called earth tone, but the metallic silver they're calling metallic silver. So I don't know why they recognized the silver pencil as silver, but they didn't recognize the gold pencil as gold. So that is a mystery to me now, how that happens. I think it's kind of clear by looking at the pencils, especially since they're both covered with metallic foil. You know, those metallic pencils have different wrapping on them, very metallic looking. So they went to the trouble to wrap the gold and silver with metallic paper, but they didn't name it gold, which is funny. Anyways, last one of the 60s is Anise Flower 69. And this one looks to be like a very light peach. Very light peach. Would be great for finishing, burnishing, skin tones, or fruits, or anything very light, very pastel here, very pretty. All right, so that's the end of the 60s. We're now in the 70s. I'm going to pull that bundle out. All right, got the 70s. Now we're up to Roses. This is interesting, this name. Roses of Sharon. A Rose of Sharon, excuse me. Rose of Sharon is number 70. So I assume it's this one, and it is. It's another pretty pink color. So let's put that in. Yes, very pretty. A little bit lighter than the carmine rose we just did, but darker than the earlier pinks. Yeah, nice mid-tone pink color. Be great for flowers and for faces, blush. There's a slight orangey tint to it. Very nice. So it could go with the salmon really well. All right, next one is called Apricot Blush, number 71. And that is this light pink, lighter than that one. Apricot Blush. This would go well blending with the earlier Rose of Sharon. They obviously like someone named Sharon. Who's Sharon? Inquiring minds want to know who Sharon is now that we have a pencil named after her. Uh, Not a Chinese name, right? Unless it is, and I don't know that. I knew a Sharon in school, but I'm wondering if she's the Sharon of this pencil. I don't know. So somebody asked Sharon why they didn't recognize the gold pencil. Oh my goodness. Okay, it's number 72, a normal name, Slate. Slate. I have it right here. And we have another grayish color for slate. And yes, we have a bluish gray, mid-tone, blue gray. What you would expect for slate. They stuck to the standard name here with this pencil. They didn't get creative with this one. Very good slate color. That is number 72, slate. Yes. I'm just double checking the names. Yep. It says it right there. I know we can see it. It says, I'm looking back. I said, let me double check this Rose of Sharon to make sure I'm not like, wasn't hallucinating or something, but nope. It's right there, number 70. You can see it on top of my fingers there. Rose of Sharon. That's the name of the pencil. Oh, these people cracking me up. All right, so next one is called Forged Iron. And look this up and double check this. Oh, Forged Iron. It's Forged Iron. I have a typo. I've got to fix this. I will fix it and re-upload it to the sheet. It's Forged Iron. I apparently accidentally put an S in there. I'll fix that. Okay, Forged Iron 73. So yes, it's a dark gray, as you would expect. Although, yeah, the iron, that's another name that matches the pencil quite well, I guess. I sort of think of a dark gray here, really. I think most other pencil sets just use, gray 1, gray 2, gray 3, or light gray, dark gray. Um, but they're being very creative with this set. They're coming up with all their own names. You gotta give them credit for that. They're originals. These are original names. And yeah, that I've never heard anywhere else. So it's a lot of fun. All right, so next one is Mirage Gray. Mirage Gray 74. And that's a lighter gray color here. Like a light cool gray. Mirage Gray. Just a mirage. Like a foggy gray. Nice light color there, much lighter than the forged iron. Okay, 74. All right, next color is called Passion Flower, number 75. This is Passion Flower, a green color. Yeah, so let's see. Not what I expected. I was expecting a pink or something, but they always surprise me. Brutfuners. I wonder, did the Brutfuner 520s, do they have interesting names too? I'm wondering about that now. Um, this is the only Brutfuner set I own, so maybe anyone who owns the 180 or the any of the other sets, let me know if you're the round ones. I only own the square ones. So if you have a Brutfuner round pencil set, let me know if the names are as funny as the square set because I think it's just hilarious, these names. Never know what to expect with Brutfuner or Brutfuner, however you say it. I say Brutfuner. I don't know. However you're supposed to say it. Looks like a German name to me. I don't know. That's a Chinese company, so I don't know where they got that from. But anyways, this is like a bluish green. It's a very pretty grass green here, like a blue grass green. Very nice. Perfect for spring. That is Passion Flower. Let me just double check. I did not make a mistake on that. Nope, that is the name. Okay, the next one, 76, is called Jasmine Green. 76 Jasmine Green. And that is this pencil, which is a lighter green than the one we just did. And this reminds me of what color? A light green or a true green color. What it reminds me most closely of. It's a very nice green, very nice lighter grass green. Trees, shrubs, apples. Look very nicely. Okay, next color. Next color is called Black Forest 77. And here it is. It is a mid green color. And we get a nice dark bluish green. Very pretty. Sort of a not as dark as the evergreen. This is the evergreen, a slightly lighter evergreen. So it will mix well, blend well with the evergreen, I think, as well as the passion flower. Passion flower. Uh, Very pretty color. Very pretty green. Okay. The next 78 is called Kombu Green. Kombu Green. 78. And this is even darker. Wow. Now we're getting to a really dark, very dark green here. Very nice. I don't know if you usually get such a you don't I don't think with the smaller sets or even with the 120s, I don't think you get such a always get such a dark green. I mean, this is almost black. Very nice. Yeah, look at that. Great. Perfect for greenery, leaves, trees. You want to make really dark areas. A touch of green in there. You can see it's very dark, but you can tell it's very dark green. It's beautiful. Yeah, this doesn't necessarily. I can't think of another set that has a very dark green like that. That's very awesome. It's unusual, but it's also um yeah, they just don't usually make greens that dark that they're almost black. Wow. Let me see if I compare it to. I'm looking at my Prisma section here. Prisma color. I mean, they have a dark green, of course. They have all kinds of greens. I mean, most color pencil sets just assume you'll mix black with it, so they don't necessarily give you extremely dark colors with each color. But yeah, this is so this. What is this? Let me see what the dark. I'll compare it to the dark green. Okay, so this is dark green in Prismacolor. You can see how much lighter it is than that. So that's pretty much the darkest green you're gonna get. So this is a very unusual, unique thing that they give you such a dark green, kombu green. Awesome. Okay, next color is called botanical green. Yes, 79 botanical green. And again, we're getting a dark green, but it's not as dark as the kombu green. This is more of your regular dark green. Not quite as blue as the evergreen. The evergreen is more of a blue tint to it, more of a sort of bluish green tint to it. This is not so much that. It's more just green, natural, earthy green, I guess you could say. No blue at all. Just, I mean, there's blue in it. You get green from blue and yellow, but it doesn't look bluish like the evergreen. This one just looks more yellowy green, I guess. Very pretty though. Very works very nice with the preceding colors. Is- Yeah, it's okay. So that's the last 70 something pencil. Now we're up to the 80s. I bring out my 80s group that I separated. All right. So next one is called Verdant Green, number 80. I just happened to grab it first. Now we're getting an even lighter green. And the one we just put down. It's a mid-tone though, it's not light. It's a very pretty mid-tone. A little less more yellowish and less bluish than the Black Forest one, which is the other mid-tone green I just put down. Very pretty. Yes, a little more yellowy. This one's more bluey. This one's very blue. So again, see yellowy greens. And the next 81 is Tibetan Red, it's called. 81. Okay, now just to double check on the sheet here, make sure this is not a mistake. Yeah, this says Tibetan Red on the sheet, 81. But the 81 pencil is a green pencil. Yes. So 81 is green, even though it's called Tibetan Red. So this is a Chinese company, and I think they hate Tibet, right? So maybe that's why they did that. Maybe this is a jab at Tibet or something. I don't know, but this is not red. Did they just do that? I don't know. I don't know. You tell me. There's some funny names on here, so I don't know. All I know is this is not red, and they're calling it Tibetan red. Uh, so I know the red color is considered very good luck in China, right? Supposed to be very good luck. So it's a very important color to them. I know that. So I don't think they'd mess around with that. But anyways, there you go. Tibetan red is a light green, more yellowy than the earlier passion flower green. Okay, next color is called Arcadia. Didn't we have an Arcadia already? Could have sworn there was another pencil already called Arcadia. So I'm imagining I did last night. I'm just double checking to make sure. Yeah, there's two of them. Okay, so there's two. There are two pencils called Arcadia. Number 47, which is this one right here. This is a bluish green, like a turquoisey green turquoise, is called Arcadia. And now number 82, according to their list here, number 82 is also called Arcadia. So I'll see if it's the same color. Hope it's not the same color. I don't want the same pencil twice. No, there's a lot of pencils here. We don't necessarily want doubles. Okay, no, it's not the same color. This is the other color. It's much darker. This Arcadia is much lighter, much more bluish green here, turquoisey kind of green. Very pretty. Very nice color. But they put the same name twice. I don't think they realized that. They got sloppy there. Or they really liked the name Arcadia for some reason. I don't know. But there you have it. There's Arcadia number 2. A very pretty turquoisey green color, which is very similar to the other Arcadia. It does match the blended. This is like a light Arcadia and a dark Arcadia. They're the same bluish greenish turquoisey looking pencil there. So they'll blend well together. So that's a good tip. Just look for the two Arcadias. You'll have a good light and dark shade. Okay, so the next one, 83, is called Mint Leaf. And that's this one, which is like a light blue color, it kind of looks like. Yes. This is a blue color, kind of a light turquoisey blue, a little darker than a sky blue, a little more greener than a sky blue. So there is a green to this for sure. I would call it more of a turquoise, though, I think. But they call it mint leaf. Mint leaf. Okay. Very pretty, though. That's 83. Now 84. Okay. This 84 is called Bling Red. Am I spelling that right? Just double check. Yeah. Oh, biking red. Biking red, they call it. The 84. I got another typo. Biking. I gotta fix that. Biking red. I will fix that and re-upload and put biking under there. I'm gonna put that. All right, 84. Let's see, but I don't have a red in my hand, so this is gonna be interesting what this color ends up being. Oh, here it is. It's a blue. So biking red is a blue color. Looks like a mid-tone blue. Sort of like a cobalt blue, maybe. Yeah, that's what I would call it. Like a denim blue in the Prismacolor. Again, a nice blue, nice good solid medium blue color. Can't go wrong with that. But it's called biking red. I love these names. Okay, next one, 85, is called Deep Lagoon. And here we have a nice deep blue color. This looks like it will match. Okay, it's a deep purple color, dark purple. Very pretty. Deep Lagoon. Okay. That's number 85. 86 is Clematis Blue. 86. A nice darker blue color, more like a navy blue. Maybe a little lighter than a navy blue, maybe more. Which blue would this be? Yeah, China blue. Very pretty. Very pretty, dark, bright. Say ultramarine, maybe. Blue. Okay, next one is called Majolica Blue. Majolica Blue 87. And it's a little darker. It's a little less red, I think. It's more, to be more Prussian blue, I guess. Or this would be more indigo blue, I think. It's even, yeah, I've got an ocean kind of indigo blue vibe from this one. Majolica Blue is called. That's very nice, very dark, pretty. All right, next one is called Mosaic Blue, number 88. I got it right here. We have a bit of a lighter color blue here, like a mid-tone. A little bit turquoisey, color blue turquoise, very dark. I would call it. Very nice. All right, that's Mosaic Blue 88. And the last of the 80s is number 89, which is called Merino Blue. Is another dark navy blue, midnight blue kind of color here. Very dark, very pretty, very deep. There's some really wonderful colors in this set, I'll tell you. Yeah, it's much brighter than the Majorca one, or Majolica one. It's a little bit darker, or I should say, yeah, a little darker, slightly. Okay, so now we are up to the 90s, into the 90s, and we're up to one number 90, which is called Snapdragon. So right here, this yellowy pencil is called Snapdragon, and it looks like a peach color, like a peach or melon color, slightly orangey and yellow mix. Very nice. Okay. Number 91 is vanilla custard. And that is this orange color, like a pastel orange, like a sherbet color, I would think of. Light tone orange. Very nice. And number 92 is called Bone Brown. Bone Brown. Okay, and that is this mustard yellow looking pencil, judging from the outside. Yeah, I would say a yellow ochre or yellow mustard, however you want to call this color. So slightly brownish yellow. Perfect for hair or baskets, or sometimes fur or many other things, right? Okay, next, deep blue, 93. Deep blue. I'm looking 93. Oh, there it is. See, I'm looking for a deep blue, and instead I get a light brown. Number 93, just double checking again to make sure it's not me. Nope. See, it says 93 deep blue, and this is number 93. It's a light brown color. And yep, it's a light brown. It's a tan. So, yeah, so this name's got to go for sure. But that's the name they gave it. So that's what's on the sheet. Don't look at me. People are going to get this sheet and say, "What were you thinking?" I'll be like, "Look at the sheet. That's what they put." This is one swatch sheet that if people download, they're going to be having more questions than answers and be asking me as if I would know. All I did was copy it over it. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, so that is deep blue, 93. It's a very nice tan color. All right, so the next one is called Sycamore, 94 Sycamore, which looks like a green color. And yes, it is a green. Nice mid-tone green here. Not so bluish as the earlier ones. It's a little more yellow. They give you plenty of greens in this set, so if you like a lot of greens, sure you'd be happy with this set. You got dark, you got light, you got everything in the middle. You got the blue greens, the yellow greens, pastel greens, everything. It's great. So that's 94. That's Sycamore. Number 95 is brandied melon. 95. And that should be, yes, that's this color here. It looks like a pink. And it is a pink. It's a kind of a dusty pink, muted pink again. A little bit darker than the earlier one. Than the Rose of Sharon here. This would blend well with that one, I think. The Rose of Sharon. Yeah, this is like a dusty rose, pink rose kind of color. Very nice color. Brandied melon, it's called. I had no idea what to expect with that name. Or any of these names, actually. But there you go. I get a lot of surprises. It's like some of the names are normal and they match, and you're like, okay. And the next name is something out of left field. So that's the fun of this. Okay, so the next one is called Silver Gray, 96. And I do have a gray pencil. See, again, this matches perfectly. Silver gray, and we get a silver gray. So light gray, light cool gray. Not to be confused with metallic silver, which is the metallic pencil. But an actual light cool gray here. Or silver gray. Very nice. All right, so that's number 96. Okay, we're up to 97, and that is called Morning Dove. And that is another gray color. Looks like a mid-tone gray. Sort of a warm gray or a French gray here. Yeah, definitely a warm mid-tone color. I guess fits the Morning Dove name a bit. Okay, so 997, 097, excuse me. All right, next one, 098, is called Mock Orange. And that's this light orange pencil here. It looks very light, yes. Very pretty. Cantaloupe kind of color, peach, like a dark peach kind of color. Yeah, so it would go well with the apricot blush. And it's a mid-tone between the Rose of Sharon and apricot blush. This one's a little bit darker than the apricot blush, I think. So this will blend nicely as a light value. Oh, it's a little bit darker, actually. Apricot blush is a little lighter, I think. That's looking like now that I'm layering it on. Yeah. Okay. It's slightly darker than the apricot and slightly more orangey, I think. Very pretty color. 498. Oh, 98. 99 is called Sheer Lilac. So you got a nice, pretty purple color. Nice lilac color. This one, see, this one matches pretty much what you would expect with lilac or lavender here. Or, yeah, lilac. I think it's the same lilac shade that Prismacolor uses. Let me double check a moment. So I always confuse lilac, lavender. So me 99. That is a very pretty lilac there. And I think it's the exact same shade. I just opened right up to it. You see that? Serendipity there. So this is Parma Violet. So it looks very similar to Parma, a little bit cooler. Let me see, where's the lilac? I had the lilac. Should be, okay, this is grade lavender. This is lavender. Okay, that's too pink. Okay, this is the lilac. This is Prismacolor lilac, so it's definitely lighter and a little bit more redder than this lilac. This lilac is more closer to Prisma's Parma Violet, but still even a little bit bluer than the Parma Violet, I think. Yeah, it's a very pretty color though. It would go work well together. Number 100. Now I am into the hundreds. I'm in the last 20s, the last 20 pencils. I almost have the full set in order now. Exciting. Okay, so we're starting off with number 100, which is Peach Skin. It's called Peach Skin. And I don't see a pencil here that looks like it should be Peach Skin. So it's going to surprise me again with another color that doesn't match. Oh, yes, and yes, they are. So we just did the Parma Violet. So this looks like lavender. So the Peach Skin, which they have written down here for 100, is actually, I think, a lavender. So it's going to be, yeah, this is 100. Yep. Let's put it down. Yep, that is the lavender. Yep, that's it. Well, they have it at least. They have the same colors as Prisma, the lavender and the Parma Violet here. These are very close. It's not the exact, but it's very close. I wouldn't, necessarily, unless you compare them side by side, you'll be hard pressed to tell the difference. I mean, I just happen to have it open still, so this is the lilac. You see how close they are? Very pretty together too. Those look very pretty together. This is a nice mid-tone. This is called lavender. So this is the lavender and Prismacolor. It's very similar to this one. They're very close, almost identical. Okay, 101 is raw sienna. And these two are very pretty together. It's going to look great in a drawing. Now I got to find 101. Is this it? Yes, 101 raw sienna. This actually matches the name. Oh, wow. Again, we're back to a normal name. What seems normal. And this is a raw sienna type of color here. So this works. Nice light brown, light yellowish brown here. There we go. 101, 102 is called Scarlet Sage. 102. Having trouble with this one. Oh, I found it. 102 Scarlet Sage. Looks like a darker red. That's like a processed red. Or a little darker than that, actually. It looks more like a raspberry red. Yeah, I'm gonna go with a raspberry type of red here. Very pretty red, darker, earthier. They're calling it Scarlet Sage. Okay, so that's 102. All right, so 103. Okay, 103 is called Lipstick Red. Okay, So it looks to be a similar red to the one I just put down, but we'll see. Okay, it's a little bit brighter, a little lighter, a little more cherry. This looks like a cherry red to me. Or maybe just a red red. I'll have to look, compare it to the Prisma. Nice mid-tone. It's definitely lighter than the Scarlet Sage one. Okay. And that's 103. So this red looks similar to, so I'm dropping pencils here. Okay, so I've got a dark red here, and this matches the Scarlet Sage. It's Crimson Lake. So this is like a Crimson Lake, and the red next to it looks more like a Crimson Red. Yeah. So this is Crimson Red and Crimson Lake. You see it's light and dark. That's what we have here. Crimson Red, Crimson Lake. That's what that matches with. And I dropped some pencils. And oh, my excitement, I dropped some pencils. I have them back now. All right. It's a few more left to go. We're up to 104 here. Beet Red. 104, Beet Red. Let me see. I can hold all the rest in one hand and look through them. It's very helpful. So 106. Yeah. Oh, here it is. I found it. It looks like another brownish red. Yes, looks like a more of a violet red or a brownish red, this is more of a raspberry, actually. More of a earthy, darker red, like a mahogany red or something. I will check again and see what this matches most closely. What red is this? This is a much darker, earthier, browner red. That's called a beet red, 104. And that one matches. Okay, what kind of match that? It matches one of these reds. Yeah, I think it matches either black raspberry or the mahogany red is too light. I think it's more of the Tuscan red. So this is like Tuscan red. Pull that one over. This is Tuscan red, and that matches very close. So I'm going to go with that. Either Tuscan red and there's black raspberry. I think it's a little too brown. Somewhere around there, those two colors. Okay, now the next color name is called CYCLAMEN, cyclamen. Sounds like an antibiotic. Number 105. I have no idea what this color is going to be. Cyclamen. 105. What is it? What color is this going to be? My, oh my. Suspense is killing me. Oh, here it is. I got it. Like a purpley red. 105. Oh, very pretty. Very pretty purple. Can you see this color? I don't know if you can see it there. right here. Yeah, very nice. Violet purple. Okay, a few crumbs. They're not too crumbly. It's like a little touch of them, so but it's not too bad. I'm pressing really hard to get a really dark square, so I get a few crumbles. So 106 is called Barbary. Interesting name, Barbary. B-A-R Berry. I'm not sure. I think it's going to be a pinkish color, maybe. Because I got a lot of pinks here, but I'm not seeing it. Maybe not. Huh, I'm not seeing it. 106. Oh, here it is. I found it. Yeah, it's a reddish color. Yeah, that's a nice, pretty. I'm gonna say carmine red, or just plain red, like average, regular red, mid tone. Not warm, not cool, just in the middle there. I'm guessing. What red is it? Let's see. Did I get it? Is it carmine red? Is the question. Yep. No, it's definitely not Scarlet Lake. Is it poppy? No, it's too red to be poppy. Yeah, it's permanent red. I think it's a little darker than. Okay, this is carmine red. No, it's definitely not carmine. Carmine's a lot lighter than that. I think it's closer to Scarlet Lake. Yeah, so it's not orangey. Yeah, so it's definitely a neutral red color. So maybe slightly on the cool side. And I'm gonna go with more like Scarlet Lake. Yes. Okay, so the next one is Iris Orchid 107. And this is another pretty pink color, 107. Very nice. You like pinks, you will not be disappointed in this set. You have plenty of greens and plenty of pink and blues. Well as enough yellows. They didn't go too far with the yellows so much as the greens. You got a lot of greens, a lot of reds, a lot of blues. It's good. You want the basics, red, yellow, blue. You know, plenty of variation there. So that is perfect. So next one is 108. This one is called Nest, Nasturtium, nasturtium, whatever that is. It is a dark salmon color. So you got orangey pink. Very pretty. Again, very nice color. A little darker than the Rose of Sharon. The same type of coloring there, the same orangey pink. They'll blend really well together, those two. That Rose of Sharon, it goes well with a number of pencils. Next, we've got 109 is called Puffin's Bill. Puffin's Bill. It's another red color, or a orangey red, I should say. So this is probably more of a carmine. This is more Scarlet Lake. And this one here I'm putting now, this is more, realize now the carmine red is more orangey. I didn't realize that before. And I know now, and poppy red is more orangey as well. Trying to learn these reds and blue names are it's not easy, I tell you. Takes time, takes time. But yeah, that looks more like a like Carmine's. That's Puffin's Bill. So we got the warm reds, the cool reds. You've got everything. Number 110 is called P H-O-X, P-H-L-O-X, Lux. 110, whatever that's supposed to mean. Let's see. What color is Flux? Is it a pinky color? It may be. Nope, it's not. It's not pinky. Nope, it's a purpley color. 110 Flux. Definitely a red violet, violet red. Again, very pretty color. Okay. Not have too many purples. That's right. Number 11 is Apricot Wash 111. So where is that? Right here. 111. Apricot Wash is a light pink with no orange in it this time. These other light pinks had some orange in it. This one is a cooler pink, regular pink or mid-tone, middle ground pink. Okay, that is 111. 112 is called Bougainville. 112. So this is a bluish, purplish color. Very purple, like a muted purple, pastel kind of purple here. Similar to the Parma violet kind of color. A little lighter than the sheer lilac. It's definitely lighter than that, more muted, or more pastel. Okay. Last line, we're on the last line of the sheet. Hopefully you can see it that my camera falling here. One last line to go, and we have 113. Very Conserve. 113 Berry Conserve here. It looks like a brownish purpley color. That's what it is. Like a dark purple. Dark brownish or earthy purple here. Very pretty. Will go very well with the cyclamen above it. Looks like a blackberry kind of color in Pisma. And then 114 is called Brandy Brown. And this is a nice dark uh, brown color. Not reddish, more yellowish brown. So it's a nice umber type of brown or a chocolate kind of brown, maybe. Whatever. There's no red in it. There's no red tone to it. It's just more of a cooler brown, sepia brown, maybe. Although we have one called sepia over here, so I guess I would call this umber brown. And it's close to sepia along those same lines. 115 is called. This is going to be called shaved chocolate. And guess what color shaved chocolate is? It is a light green. Yes, we got another one of the names. So this is a light, um, very nice khaki kind of green. Actually, it's a very light olive green. I like it. It's very pretty. It's like a lime peel, limb peel color, and Prisma color. That limb peel comes in handy. Yes, with lighter green, yellow objects in nature. It's a very natural looking color for pears and anything like that. Okay, next, the 116 is Golden Lime. Golden Lime for 116. And we have a medium green color here, so this will be interesting. Oh no, this matches. Okay, Golden Lime, this works. I can deal with that. I was expecting it to be much darker, judging by the outside of the pencil. Never judge a pencil by its cover, yes. But it's much lighter than the shell of the pencil, gives you the impression. And this is a very nice, good um, light olive green color to go with the shaved chocolate. Let me just double check that I got that right. Yeah, shaved chocolate. That's what they call this color, shaved chocolate. This lime green color, limpial color. Oh my goodness. Shaved chocolate. Ay, ay. So anyways, like the Tibetan red, that's a green color. They're comedians. They were being comedians when they made this pencil. All right, so number 117, sepia. I guess when you live in a communist country, you gotta take out your frustrations in some way, right? Uh, you know, get revenge in certain ways. 117 sepia. So this is the sepia pencil. Oh, and it just broke on me. I just sharpened it and it broke on me. So here we go again. Got to be careful sharpening. Okay. I got really sharp. I pressed it really hard in the sharpener. I actually gotta be careful not to do that. I think I broke it. Even though these are very nice creamy pencils, they are on the cheaper side, so you can't like abuse them as much as you can with the more expensive pencils with the thick, strong leads and everything else. So this one is called Sepia 117. And this is not sepia, I'm sorry. This is more of a light or a no, this is in my opinion a burnt sienna. It's a reddish type of medium brown here. It's a very nice color. I like it. I need it. I use burnt sienna all the time. But it's not. They called it sepia though, and it's definitely not sepia. See, I think this is the sepia over here, what they called brandy brown. So they should have switched these names out. I think they may have accidentally switched them or something. This is definitely more of a burnt sienna. It's actually a perfect looking burnt sienna to me. 117. They called it sepia, so this is their sepia. There you have it. Right, three more pencils. There's three more pencils to go here. You can see them all there. Okay, so next one is 118, which is called Sharp Green, which is a light lime green kind of color here, or a mint green kind of color. Very light pastel green, very pretty. That's 118. Two more pencils. This is it. Last two. 119, which is a Seal Brown, SEAL Brown. 119, here we go. Now this brown looks like dark brown for sure. I don't think I would go sepia with this one. No, this is a dark brown, like a dark umber brown, burnt umber brown. Yeah, that's what I would say. And that's definitely more sepia. This is dark brown or chocolate brown, possibly. This would be the shaved chocolate, this color right here that I'm using right now. But they called it seal brown. Well, at least they called it brown though, you know. So got that going. They got that part right. They definitely got that right. So we got the brown. All good. Yeah, there you go. Okay, and the last pencil is here, 120, number 120. And this is called Persian Red. Persian red, and we do have a reddish, beautiful, dark pink color. Look how gorgeous this pink is. That is a beautiful, dark pink color. That will go beautiful with the orchid and the other phlox color here. Wow. And the carmine red, even. This is a great, great color. Very nice. So it's called Persian red here. I would call that, well, see, the outside of the pencil is very pink. So I see it as very pink looking, but the cooler red, it's definitely not orangey. So I think I would, put it more towards I think this is also like a scarlet kind of color. It's a little slight purplish to it. There's a purple to this, like it's a pink. But it's definitely not just red. It's more of a pink color here. I don't know if there's something. I'm just checking to see if there's something similar in Prisma. It's a little redder than the processed red. Uh, yeah, I don't really think there's an equivalent that I can see. I'm just checking real quick. No, there's not really an equivalent to this color. This is a very pretty kind of hot, dark hot pink is what this looks like. I don't really think there is that kind of. I think Prisma's gonna have to add that in there somewhere. I don't see a pink like that here. It's very pretty. Yeah, very pretty pinks they have here. It goes really well with their super pink up here we started with. They really do have some great pinks in this set. Pinks, blues, reds, greens, you got it all. So there you have it, 120 pencils. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in order. That's why the colors look a little not as organized as well, but it is in number order, and that's what I wanted. So I keep it like this for a while. And maybe one day, or maybe if I find someone else with a sheet that has them grouped in colors, I may do that. But I wanted to have them in number order just for my organization and ease of putting it in and out of the bag. So there you have it. These are all of the Brutfuner Square pencils. So I hope you found this interesting. Thank you so much for watching the gorgeous Brutfuner Square colors. Till next time, take care. Bye bye.